Hi guys, welcome back to Maria Unleashed. In this episode, I actually want to take you back to last year and just talk you through what happened and then also explain my plans for 2025. So I've realized I've done that in German and then I forgot to do it in English. So here it is now, the update, what's happening, why I closed my shop, my physical products, and why I'm now focusing more on one-on-one sessions and online workshops, and all of that explained in this episode. So if you have your own shop or your own business whatsoever, you are constantly faced with the most important decisions, right? And well, I like to practice what I preach, and I love my business, so it becomes your baby, right? It's your business baby. So it is a part of you, and I'm gonna speak about myself, my experience, but I know many people who express the same situation, right? It's part of them. So you are so in love with this idea and everything you put into, and that was me with my shop. So I don't know, maybe you know, maybe not, but I founded my skincare line, Green Planet Cosmetics, 6 years ago, and I loved everything about it. It was like, for me, I believed, okay, this is it. That is my destination for the next, I don't know, maybe 10 years, 20, 30 years. I could totally see it. And I believed, okay, awesome. This is what I'm going to do, for the next years. And well, life had other plans. Okay, problem is, like, for the past 2 years, especially after COVID. So COVID changed everything. Everything just went completely crazy. If you are interested in learning more what actually went down in my business, like real stories, I explain that in my, I believe, 3-part season, like a mini season series on YouTube, where I just solely speak about selling on Amazon and my story, from really founding to then selling, everything in between, and to then become like rank number 1 organically for my products. And yeah, it went up, it went down, everything went like all the time. It was completely crazy, and it was so hard. And that was also, it was shitty, but also good, because I really understood, oh, okay, so it's not always just so foreseeable. Things go down, especially when you deal with raw ingredients and the material. Obviously, if no one is, like for me, for the raw material, let's say for marula oil, I need marula fruits and the kernels. And if they are not harvested because no one is allowed to leave the house, then obviously you can already guess the next year the prices are gonna explode. So, all of that happened, and then it's just me still. And yeah, it was a wild one. So if you are interested in learning more about that, head over to YouTube. I'm gonna link the mini series, and then you can just get some ideas what that was like. And then after COVID, what happened was obviously inflation, then there was Ukrainian war, and all of that happening simultaneously, and the prices just exploded again. And it was such a, like, it was a madhouse, really. Every month there was new, this is increased, that's increased, like everything just increased by like 200-300%. Everything from the tiniest sticker to the raw materials to shipping to, there were new taxes in place, and it was crazy. And everything happened so fast, I could barely keep up with it. So, and then, calculating the price, and especially for the next batch and the next one, because harvest is only once a year. So you always have to make sure to really get it right, because you don't want to order too much, you don't want to order too little, and then you still need the best price. So it was crazy. Still, I have so many happy customers, and I know that my product really, are still helping so many people. But what I really realized is, first of all, the pressure. Every month and every year, I was under so much pressure, because my business was self-made. I did not have any investors, no nothing. So I spent my money, all the money I had at the time, and that was 5,000 euro. That is what I had in the bank, and that's what I spent on. And that's what I founded my business with. Or not just a business, but like a skincare brand. Crazy. But I did it against all the odds. I did it, and I succeeded. So problem now is, everything just is still so expensive, and it's so uncertain. And for me, having this uncertainty is just too much to bear at the moment. And I also realized that I can only help so many people, right? So I also simultaneously, after COVID, I started doing online workshops, and I just really, I kind of missed selling on markets and just, this one-on-one contact with my customers. And then I realized, hey, actually, I want to do that. Like, I want to help people, because there were so many requests of like, hey, Maria, can you do a workshop and explain the ingredients? Like, how can I, people come to me, it's like, hey, is that good? And they ask me, and I'm like, hey, what did I tell you? You can read the label. Now you tell me, is that a good product or not? Right? And they were so insecure about it, and like, oh, but can you tell me? And I'm like, okay, no, we have to change that. And then, because they ask, I listened, and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I have to do it. And in that way, I can reach so many people and actually change, like for real, in reality, change their lives a little bit to the better. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do that. But now, obviously, with everything happening simultaneously, I found myself in a situation where I had to make a decision. And the decision is now I closed my online shop because I cannot keep up. I cannot do everything by myself and teach now and do a podcast and, source everything and be up to date with every legal stuff as well. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to close my business, as sad as it is. And it was very sad. And for the past 2 years, I've been trying to keep the doors open. But in the end, I have to look at the numbers and the effort and time I put into my business or into the products, because I am producing them myself. And I find it so important to really, like create just really wholesome products. And again, the love, time, and effort I put into creating these products with the best materials available is just not reflecting anymore in the profits I make. And then in the end, and that is also what I'm telling my clients now, in the end, no one is gonna come and save you, right? They are happy, like they're always happy to have the best deal. But as soon as shit goes down, they are the first to go to the next best offer. It is just what it is. That is like, I don't know. Or they believe, oh, I'm just going to save money here and just spend it there, whatever it is. But I'm just saying, like, the customers are not the one paying your bills, right? And they are not going to come and save you. No one will. So you have to, at some point, make a decision and decide what you're going to do. And I don't want to wake up in 5 years and then complain about how that's everyone else's fault, right? So because I saw it and I tried everything I could, so now I don't have to blame myself. I tried. That's the reality. It doesn't match anymore. So the time and effort I put in don't match the money that I make after tax and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm most certainly not going to go down with the quality, because in that sense, I don't need to found a brand to just produce more shitty products. We already have enough shitty products. What we need are amazing products. So, and if I can't live up to that, there is no point in selling. At least that is my experience and my opinion about that. Which is why I closed my online shop. Very sad. Maybe it will reopen one day. I'm very happy to just, still have a wait list. So maybe I can't make any promises yet, but maybe if there are enough people interested, I'm happy to do a drop maybe once or twice a year. But again, without any promises here. But, I see that in the future again. So, and for now, what's new is I am launching my new website. So it is almost there. It's still like the last little tweaks here and there, and it's almost ready. I'm very excited, very happy. It feels very good to just move on and just start a new chapter where I really want to focus on how to help you to really step up the game and create your business of your dreams and help you from, everything I've learned in the past 15 years. So I have founded 3 businesses so far. This is now number 4. And I'm just gonna, with this one, I want to really combine all of my knowledge and hopefully help as many people as I can in 2 areas of life, which is, one is the business, to just start your own business, or if you want to start your business abroad, move abroad, start there, and all of that, because I have done that so many times. I know exactly what to look out for. I know exactly, where the little hurdles are and obstacles, and like, I know I can save you so much time and money and nerve by just giving you, all my expertise on that. And then also connect you with the best people, best agencies out there. So especially if you want to open your business abroad or in Europe, there are a few things you should definitely consider before. If you are interested in starting your own online shop, selling on Amazon, on Etsy, or if you want to just start your own brand like me and produce products, I know that I can help you with all my experience. I know from just, thinking ahead. That's what so many people sometimes forget, at least from my experience, when people come and ask my advice. It's literally like, hey, I have this design, and then they just went crazy and designed a product, and in the end it was so way too complicated to ship, way too big, way too heavy, and then obviously the shipping cost increased by that, and then no one was happy to, and all of that. And that is where I'm like, hey, let's really just map out your entire plan here, and then we go and think it through. And that's where we can really just create solutions for you and double check and stuff like that. But again, so all the details on my website. And I'm also, the other part of life is just, I still want to teach you how to just really feel happy in your skin and live the healthiest life you can live with as little products as possible. So if you are into that as well, I know many of you, they need a lot is more. I don't know. It's still this kind of like more is more attitude. And, I get it. Fine, fair enough. It doesn't work for me. And if it doesn't work for you either, then definitely check out my approach, where minimalism meets the most luxurious products out there. But again, it's in like very hassle-free, because I hate overcomplicated. And I really just love products around the house, not just in my bathroom, but around the house, that are just very, just smart products, easy to use, inexpensive as well, and always all natural, right? So I really want to focus on that, where I just explain and teach the old wisdom blended with the modern approach, because I have lived on off-grid farms and stuff, and we literally, I know people that still live like 100, 200 years ago. And I sometimes feel the need to escape, right? And to just kind of, back to baseline. I get it. But what's really, really difficult is to live like that and to still be part of this, our life right now. Because we do live in the year we are living in. We are not living 200 years ago. And we cannot just go back to like, hey, let's be all natural again. And then it doesn't really match the daily routine we all have. And especially if you are part of a modern job, right? So it's kind of like the best from both worlds. And this is what I want to really help you find, your perfect sweet spot. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I love talking about both topics so much. So, and this is why I also decided to offer both. I know it's a bit complicated now on the website as well with the keywords and to advertise and target the audience, but I still feel I definitely want to do both, because it's so important, and both is, it plays together. It's a whole picture. So, you need to be the healthiest version, also to be the most successful version of yourself. And I really like to blend this into my private life, but also my business. So one doesn't really go without the other, especially if it is only you, right? And if it is your baby. So it's all interconnected. So yeah, I really like that approach. And this is what really helped me as well to go through with all of this, because I had so many obstacles as well. And damn, sometimes I just wanted to quit and say, fuck it. I'm not doing this shit anymore. Like, I already have the cure. I know what to do, and I know how to stay healthy. But still, in the end, I always go back to, no, we need more people to be their best version, right? And I want to help you achieve that. And I'm very excited. And I also want to help other people like me, right, in their starting phase of a business, for instance. I wish I had someone telling me all this, but I didn't. I went through it, which is also good, because now I know. And I know from experience, not from watching a YouTube video or reading some fancy books. I know because I have been there. And I also know that what when I founded my business Green Planet Cosmetics, I also just looked at YouTube videos and tutorials and took a masterclass and stuff like that. And back in the day, there wasn't as much available as now. And now also the quality of free videos is insane. It's crazy. It's such a great tool to have. But there is a difference in just looking at a video and a fancy, I don't know, TikTok reel. Yeah, and that is, they are selling us the idea, the dream. We are all like, oh yeah, next month 300K, let's go. Yeah, but is that the reality? No. For most of us, it is not. And what do you do if, it takes 3 years to get to 300K in a month, or 10 years? Are you still willing to hang in there, to give it your all every day? So, and that is way more important, because this is, I'm pretty sure if with enough funding and enough people on board and maybe an Insta or whatever social media following, or other, clients in general, maybe it is possible to, have this turnaround within a few months. But for most of us, it is, let's face it, it's not. If it was that easy, we would all be millionaires already. But how come we are not, if we are all applying these tactics and strategies? How come we are still not rich and a millionaire and 300K a month? Right? Because life doesn't work that way, and it is for everyone. Everyone is so unique. The position you're in is so unique. You really have to look at that. You can't just apply some random strategy that worked for someone else. You really have to look at it. Yes, maybe take some notes, take some for you, whatever you need to get from this, right? Or get inspired or whatever it is. And then you have to apply that and translate that into your business. And just because it worked for my friend, it doesn't mean it's going to work for me, right? So it is very, very unique, every situation. And yeah, sometimes it's really hard to find people who are actually, because for me, I find it sometimes lazy when I speak to people and, I pay for an hour of that time. And I feel like, well, everything you told me, I could have just Googled. Like, I don't need this, like, general shit. I actually want someone to look at my unique situation and what I can do. And I want people to listen to me and, what I have done already, what I have tried. And that's already where things go a bit overboard very often, because people don't listen anymore. They have their little script and they give you that advice, what they, learned in school, learned at uni, or what worked for them in the past, 3 clients, I don't know. And I feel like, whoa, that's not it. I know I can do that better. And I know I'm not for everyone, because some people, they just want, like the weather report, like just the facts, pam, 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 bam. I get that too. But for me, it's more like, I love just really dive in and to really go to the bottom of it and find a solution for you. And I like to brainstorm about it. I like to dream, and I like to talk about it and stuff. So yeah, and you either are into that or not. So again, I just put myself out there, and then I hope to attract the right customers for me. And this is what I can just really recommend you as well. You have to step out and you have to reality check, but then also, don't forget to dream and to follow your dreams and to hang in there and to understand, like to set really realistic goals. So yeah, maybe let's call it that. Set realistic goals and not to just throwing the towel because you are, 5 or 6 months in and you are not making, enough money, or your, set amount you wanted to make. Sometimes it takes time, and it is more often than not that it takes longer than expected. And yeah, I believe you should know this and you should be briefed because living in this dream, and I know I could sell you this idea of yay and clickbait and whatnot, but in the end, if it doesn't work for you, I know you're not going to come back, and I know you will probably not succeed, right? Because you will give up. I had people come to me saying like, hey, so cool that you talk about that in your podcast, because I actually founded my own business, but after 2 years I quit, and now I realize I probably quit too early. And hearing this or reading it was an email, I was like, yeah, man, that is now my new goal, to really help you to step into your own power and live the life of your dreams, right? So, and again, I really want to help you with these both areas of just a healthy daily routine, a healthy lifestyle, but then also set up your business, but in a also healthy way, sustainable way of, first of all, maybe also like a work-life balance is important. That is what I had to learn, because for me I'm still struggle with that sometimes, because when I start working, it's hard for me to stop, but then I'm totally exhausted, and then I still try to go. And that's also like, no, now I know, okay, I have to stop, because it's also the quality that lacks. And again, like, we don't need more poor quality products and services, we need amazing products and services. So instead of just half-assing it, or like, no, I can do, because that is also what's my upbringing, like, you have to go until you reach your goal. But sometimes you actually have to take a break, right? And it's okay to do so. That is something I really had to learn, and it was hard for me to understand, and to not feel bad about it, and to not believe, oh, and now I don't deserve to have a great income because I'm sitting here and not work for an hour, right? Until I really understood, no, actually the quality I produce when I'm rested is so much better. So and that, again, efficiency as well. Where do you put your energy towards? And stuff like that. So it is so unique every time, and it's a learning curve. And sometimes also people are not ready for it yet, and sometimes I'm not ready yet. Like, sure, I could have started my YouTube channel podcast 10 years ago, but honestly, I wasn't ready at that time. And I first wanted to learn myself, because now I can talk about all the things I've done, all the stories I have to tell, and all the travel stories that are coming your way. But I first had to do it, right? And I'm actually glad that I didn't have a camera with me when it happened. Because whenever you are filming, you are not 100% there. It is always through a lens of a camera. So for me, it was always very important to just really, I wanted to be the student, because I wanted to learn, and I wanted to absorb all the knowledge. And only then can I give that to you and help you. So I guess now looking back, it all happened in a correct order. But sure, sometimes it's easy to say, oh, I should have done this and that 100 years ago, but in the end, I didn't, and I wasn't ready, and I now feel ready to do this, and I'm very excited. So I can, what can I say? I'm very happy to welcome you all. Countdown is on, so I really hope that I get to launch it. Hopefully still in January, otherwise early February. Man, there's a lot of updates coming. Also, another update is Patreon. So this is another platform I just started, where I really want to connect a little bit deeper with my community. So the idea is to grow my community there, and to really attract people who actually, are happy, to, for real, look at what they can do to maybe upgrade their lifestyle, or their job, or start their own business, stuff like that, right? And I really want to give you valuable information, but also truthful information. And that is where I feel on the other social media platforms, it's not really happening. It is more the lie we all want to believe. But I know that this lie is not going to take you anywhere. And again, I really want to encourage you, motivate you to reach for the stars and just do it. Like, live your life. You have only this one, and we don't know when it ends. So let's go, right? So Patreon is a big one as well. And also Patreon and my new website will have this members club. So you can join for different tier levels. On my website, it's only one tier level, where you can really just self-study. So you will have access to my online library for health and wellness, and also my on-demand videos. So these videos are my basics classes. You can purchase them individually, or you can just for $15 a month, have access to all of it. And I'm going to release articles and videos over a year, right? So it is growing, but it's $15 for this year, and then I'll just take it step by step, and see how it goes. But for me, it's important. I really want to give you the access to this knowledge, because I believe everyone should know this. That should not be only for people who can afford it. So that's why I want to create little beginners videos, as in, hey, what is the problem? Because most people don't even know there is an issue, right? So I want to point it out and I see, listen, this is the issue. We have to look at it. And yes, it's shocking, but here's the solution. This is what you can do. And if you like this and if you're into that, then you're going to love my masterclass and expert class. But again, there's so much information. There will be all the information ready for you on my website. But yeah, this is basically what I'm aiming for. Same on Patreon. Patreon has the same offer. You get access to different tier levels and, all the content. And you can also just follow along for free. I also update once a month free for everyone, just to see what's going on. And then also, again, different tier levels starting from $3 a month. And I really hope it helps. I really hope this can be a place where I can also connect with the community and maybe host Q&As and live sessions and stuff like that. So let's see how that goes. And I really hope that also with this money that I can upgrade my little studio, because right now I have no light, still playing hide and seek with the sun. So I would really like to upgrade all my equipment as well. So I can bring and produce better videos to you. So that is the goal here. And then obviously I also have my one-on-one sessions and my podcast, which will stay for free. And I really hope I can offer you some really good free advice, valuable advice. And if you are ready, if you're like, hell yeah, it's a match, book your one-on-one with me. I'm super excited to open my spots. I will take only a few, because again, as I said, I really want to give you the best attention. I want to really be there for you, and I don't host group sessions like that because I feel I don't like it. Group sessions are not really for me. But I know most people advise me to do so, because obviously it is my time and my hour, and I do need to get paid. So if I only book one, it would have to be very expensive. But then if I don't know, have 10 people joining, price goes down, but I still make the money I need to make. But then in the end, again, that's my experience, in that group are maybe some people who are more advanced than others, and then who do you give your attention to? Right? And that's what I mean. Like, I am a one-on-one person. This is my specialty. That's where I can really help and dive deep. And I don't know, I want to give you the attention you deserve, right? And I am here to help you, and we're gonna make it happen. So yeah, I'm trying to keep that also at a very, very good price. The value you get is insane. So yeah, with all of this happening, I really hope to offer you priceless information for still affordable prices. Let's see how it goes. I really hope I can do it. But on the other hand, I've also realized that some things, they must cost money. That's also very interesting. I want to talk with another colleague of mine about, because it is so interesting to see that for so many people still, it is price equals the value. So if the price is not high enough, people somehow believe the service is not worth it, or the value is just very minimal. I don't know. Very, very interesting. I also talk about that in regards to products, because I know there are a lot of, let's say, skincare products out there that are very expensive. So one comparison I make on my website, in my library, just to give you again like a very practical example, is one like a luxury brand and sells like a skin oil or some moisturizer for €300, and that's like 30 ml. It's like 1 ounce. And then I compare it to my product, which costs $60. So 300 versus 60. And yes, there are people who are like, oh my God, 60 is so much already. Whatever. Yeah. So the thing here is that if you look at the ingredients, and again, I want you to know your shit. So make sure to really learn to read and understand your labels, the product labels. And it's not just for your skincare, it's everywhere. So just make sure, understand, read the labels, so you know where your money goes to. And I started doing that because I had people come to me with their products, like, look, this is what I have. And then, they always, I don't know, want my confirmation, or I don't know. Or, I'm like, hey, listen, you can do what you want to do, and it's your money if you're happy to spend that money. But have you looked at the ingredients? And they're like, no, but it's 300 euro. It must be good. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's some make believe as well. So let's have a look again, right? And then I go through, and people are just like, what? And when I then tell them, and this is the same ingredient that people put in your cleaning products, and that's where they lose their shit. And they're like, what? I'm paying 300 euro for this and this and that. I'm like, yeah, but why are you complaining? It is written on the product. They literally say it. Is that an asshole move? Yeah, for sure. But they are saying it on the product. All you need to do is read it. But people, again, maybe some of them I was not aware. Like, although I just didn't really understand the labels. Like when I was younger, like a teenager, I always compared with the ingredients, and then I already noticed it's always the same. But this product says it's for the night, this one is for the day, this one is for dry, and this one is for acne skin, I don't know. But it's always the same ingredients. How can it be for different issues if it is always the same ingredient? So this is what I already noticed when I was a teenager. But again, I didn't have the knowledge back in the day. There was no internet where I could just quickly research each individual ingredient and kind of find out what's going on. So, and this is a beauty now, we actually have the knowledge at our fingertip, but still we kind of fail to educate ourselves or to just make informed decisions. So now all these guys, so all these examples are, from the past 6 years. And this is where my customers inspired me to actually, write about it and give them very practical and truthful examples, or stuff. You just really explain it, because for me it's been so normal for so many years already, like almost 15 years now that I'm only using my products, and I'm really focused on just a very few products that are suitable for everything, every little element you have. Done, easy. And everywhere in the world you find these incredible ingredients. Like, nature is smart like that. Like, let's say places close to the ocean. Nature puts plants there that already have this integrated UV protection. So if you use a plant oil with this positive benefit, then you also benefit from that and stuff like that. So if you just, again, if once you know, and then you see it everywhere. But until if that is not on your radar, that's it. You're never going to think about it, and you will just continue to poison your body over years. And you guys, that is a problem. It's not a one-off time event, like, I don't know, once in a lifetime, once a year, I apply this product. We are applying these products on a daily basis, and sometimes multiple times. And that's a problem. That is a problem. So it's important to talk about it. And as I said, once you know, and then you will see it everywhere. And I really just hope to give you, this little spark. I just want to, I want to start. I want to kickstart you, right? I want to really just like, hey, listen, this is the issue. Yes, it's ugly. I know you want to look away, but look at it, acknowledge it, and now let's solve it together. Easy. And at some point it becomes easy, because you will have created a new habit of yours, right? That is what it's so annoying about it, because our old habits die hard, and to actively do it differently is annoying in the beginning. But at some point it will be normal for you. It will be normal, and you will just wonder, or ask yourself, what was my problem? Why did no one tell me? Why didn't I do this 10 years ago? So it is a process. Some are happy to change everything within the next month, and some just need time. It took me 7 years to replace every commercial product with a natural product. Or as I have actually a spoiler. I have a new on-demand video coming up as well in March, and I will show you how you can make your own home care and cleaning products as well. And one big thing is to really just show you how you can replace 14 commercial products with only 5 natural ingredients, and depending on how you use them and how you blend them together, you can literally replace these 14 products with only 5 natural ingredients, and you can personalize it, and I show you how. So yeah, I'm just saying that's all coming your way, and this is what I will focus on. I'm very excited, I'm very happy. And it's also very exciting to be on this new track again, because just like for you, I also now, even though it's the 4th time I'm starting this new enterprise, or it's not new, but it's combining everything I've learned in the last 15 years. And yeah, it's good. It's a good practice to also be back, like doing my homework, looking at the current situation, not, but I did it that way 10 years ago and this is how I've always done it. No. With this mindset, you're not going far, like you're not coming or going anywhere. You really have to be smart about it. You have to be very flexible these days. And yeah, it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder to see what people these days really are going through, because I am also now back to this square where I'm like, okay, cool, let's see, what I have learned and how well I can implement that into my own business, and then again, practice what you preach. So, and this is why I believe I can really, really help a lot of people just by, living up to my standards as well, and for doing everything myself, because then I put myself into your position, and then I know, right? I know what it's like to start with 0 or with like very little money, no experience, no customer base. I know what it's like, and I know it's not easy, and it's definitely not 300K next month. And again, what do you do when this success is really just, far, far, far away? And it is not easy. It is not easy to not give up. It is not easy to stay calm and friendly to every customer who uses your product and then wants a full refund once it's half used. And you're like, what's going on, right? And to not take it out on your partner at home after a long day at work. So I'm just saying, it is not easy, but it's possible. And again, you definitely deserve to have the best advice. Full stop. Yeah, and it's important that you really step into this, next version of yourself, like really be the best version, because we need you and we need what you have to offer, and that's so important. I want to live in a world where people do what they love, because then, that helps me. I'm also a customer. Yes, I'm offering my services to you, but I am also a customer of other people, and I need them to be at their best so they can help me become my best version. And this is how it's all interconnected. So this is why it's so important that you also become the best version and be the most successful and have the most money and just live a healthy life, right? Happy life, a happy, healthy, successful life. So yeah, this is all happening and on for 2025. Again, check it out. I will link my website at the moment. It's still not public, but stay tuned for more updates. So, and this is just an example of what's going on. And I really want to take you behind the scenes and not this fake, hey, it was amazing, and then 10 years later, when success is finally here, it was all so easy. It wasn't, like in retrospect, it's now when I think back, it was hard, but it was okay. But in the end, when you are going through all this, it's not easy. And honestly, most of the time, like, it is always a 50-50 whether you wake up the next day or whether your business is still going to be there or not. And that's not funny, and it's not easy, and it's not, no, it just, it sucks, right? But it is normal. It is normal. So unless you have a lot of money or unless you have existing customers, then it goes faster, of course. But other than that, it's not always just your fault. There are so many other things that play into all of this. And sometimes it just takes time. So yeah, this is why I really want to speak honestly about what's going on and also take you along and show you, how long certain things take. And even though you have this great idea, and even though you help a lot of people, if no one knows you exist, you cannot help anyone. So all of this, it's so important to speak about. And I find it important to also talk about how long, success sometimes takes. So yeah, I don't know, to just set realistic goals, I guess. So yeah, and you don't feel like you are a loser for not having 1 million followers or for not having 300K in the next 2 months. It's just very unlikely for anyone really to happen unless you have a lot of money already. But yeah, so much for now. This was my little update on, yeah, just business wise, what's gonna happen, what's coming your way. Very exciting. I will give you new updates as soon as I have them, and also will keep you posted on some other like fun, yeah, other stories I want to share. But this is for now. This week, I just wanted to let you know what's going on, give you an update on that. I have some really cool guests coming in the next few months, so we are just finalizing the dates, and I'm super excited to share them with you. They're going to be 3 of them are going to be in English, so very happy for you. I'm very happy to share these guests, amazing people with you. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, you know the game. Thank you very much for listening, and I will just see you in the next one. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode and found exactly what you needed from it. If you would like to support my mission, don't forget to follow the podcast and leave a 5-star review. I appreciate your guys' support massively. For more, head over to my website at greenplanetcosmetics.com, where you will find free content, my online workshops, and of course, my signature expert class. If you are feeling called to dive deeper, I also offer one-on-one sessions and intensive packages. Just reach out to me directly. And last but not least, if you have any further questions, business or lifestyle related, or if you would like to hear more about my story, don't hesitate to ask. I would love to hear from you and weave your questions into my future episodes. Now, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.